if your session starts at, let's say, 6 a.m., you have to be here 5 minutes early. Now, this is not me saying this because it just makes everything so much easier for us trainers, but it's also for you, because you are not going to have a good session if you show up right on the dot. And the reason I'm saying that is because you gotta prime your mind and, more importantly, your body for what's to come. Now, with that said, there are 3 dynamic stretches that I recommend you do before you come into your session. So you pull up, session starts at 6 a.m., and you go to the parking lot. You pull up in the parking lot right there at 5:54. And then it takes you about a minute to get out of your car, and then you walk over there to the front door. You come over here to the carpet. There are some people stretching on the carpet. They're doing this whole thing. Look, they're doing this whole thing. They're on their knees, they're doing, that doesn't do anything. Instead, what I want you to do, show up 5 minutes early, be on the floor, and do these 3 exercises right here. Number 1 is what I like to call a bouncing glute stretch. When you walk in, your butt is either inactive or it's tight. Something's wrong with your butt. So here's what you do. Get into a push-up position right here. You don't have time to do a full-on stretch, so what you do is you put your foot by your hand, and then you drop your hips. Boom, right here, left and right. Boom, right here. So don't just bring your foot towards your hand and then hang out right there. Drop your hips right here. By doing that, you're gonna feel that in the side of your leg, and then left and right. Do this for about 10 reps each side. You're gonna feel it as you stand up in the side of your legs. You're gonna feel a little bit more loose, so that when you squat down, you're able to push those knees out and go a little lower on that squat. Up next, you gotta get your hip flexors, which are right here, and might as well, the back side of your legs as well. So this is what you do is get on one knee right here, chest up, shoulders back. You bring your foot a little bit to the front like this, so it's on your heels. Point your toes straight towards you. You bring your butt back, and then you bring your hips to the front. You bring your butt back, and bring your hips to the front, right here. Anywhere from 5 to 10 reps each side. As you come back, you want to pull that heel back so you feel it in the back side of your leg. Just a little bit, not too much. And then you kind of bounce back from here into this stretch right here. If you want to make it a little better, as you come to the front, you're going to feel it right here in the front side. But if you want to stretch your stomach out as well, bring your hand up and then bring it back. Bring your hands up, bring it back. Right about now, it's like 5:58. You got 120 seconds left to get one more stretch in. What are you gonna do? You just did lower body. You gotta do some upper body right now. But how do you do upper body in just 120 seconds? It's actually really simple. You just get on your knees right here, put your hands in front of your knees, you move your right hand above your left hand right here, and you can move your left hand a little bit to the left. Bring your body back, so you're gonna feel it all the way on the right hand side. Now looking at it from a different angle, you get right here again, put your left hand on top of your right hand, push your right hand to the right, and bring it all the way back. As you do that, you're gonna feel it all along here, all the way from your elbow towards your hips. Now that takes care of your back. At the same time, you can do this with both hands, coming all the way back, getting a little bit of that lower back stretch in, but then right from there, you bounce right back from here, straight up, stretch your stomach out, do this a couple times. Now, if you're in this position, and you got about 60 seconds left or so, get into a wide stance with your hands, fingers are pointing out. You go side, side, side. It's about 5-10 times. Now you got your chest, your lats, your arms, your hips. You're ready to go. Of course, you know, my standard disclaimer at the end of the video is that there's gonna be people that don't agree or they don't wanna do it, but I don't really care. This is just my advice. You can do whatever you wanna do, but I just wanna let you know that when it comes to stretching before a workout, you never wanna stretch statically, or I don't even know if that's a word, but you never wanna do a static stretch. A static stretch is, let's say you do a hamstring stretch and you just hold it right here for 30 seconds or longer. See, what that does is when you do a static stretch is you're pulling the muscle apart, right? Well, when you lift weight, you're also pulling the muscle apart. So if you do a static stretch and you're holding it for 30 seconds or longer before your workout, then technically, essentially, you're making the muscles weaker. That's the last thing you want to do if you're about to do a heavy bench, squat, deadlift, or anything like that. So that's why you want to do a dynamic stretch. Now, a dynamic stretch is basically doing something that your body's current flexibility allows. So let's say you're doing a hip flexor hamstring stretch. If this is as far back as your hips go, fine, that's your dynamic stretch. Bounce it to the front, bounce it back. So you're getting the blood flowing through all your joints, you're gonna be more mentally prepared, and your body's gonna heat up, you're gonna feel great. And then, it's gonna be 6 a.m., And you're gonna be that person that is gonna hit the ground running. Just show up on time. Do these 3 exercises. Let me know how you liked it. Leave a comment below or in person. Tell me how you liked it. I look forward to seeing you right here on the dance floor, on the blue carpet. See you guys soon.